Today, I'm making a quick and easy wonton soup. I'm going to be using 64 ounces of store-bought chicken broth. That's 8 cups. I'm also adding 4 cups of water. I will also be adding around 4 to 5 stems, the whites of scallions, 1 clove of garlic that I lightly mashed, and I'm adding a teaspoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon and a half of Shaoxing cooking wine, a teaspoon of sugar. I'm adding salt to taste. Basically, I started with the teaspoon and a half, and I'm adding a teaspoon of sesame oil. Give that a mix, bring to a simmer, and let it simmer gently for about 30 minutes. For the wonton fillings, I'll be using around 6.5 ounces of pork and 2 ounces of medium shrimp. I'm going to mince the pork and mince the shrimp. You could also do this in a food processor. To my mixture, I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of Shaoxing cooking wine, a half teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce. I'm also going to be adding a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper and 1 clove of garlic that I grated and a little bit of ginger paste. Here I also have a finely chopped scallion, and I'll be adding 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And then I'm just going to give it a really good mix, and this is what's going to fill my wontons. Here I have thawed store-bought wonton wrappers, and to the center I'm adding around a teaspoon of the mixture. I'm going to lightly dampen the edges. I'm just going to press together. It creates a triangular shape. This is very easy to do. This is for my novice wonton wrapping cooks that want to try this. Now, this is actually another easy way that I like to do it because I am not a professional. I wet the edges again, and this time I sort of fold and collect it all at the top. Just kind of bunch it up, mash together, and this gives you that purse-shaped wonton. This is actually how I like to do it. It's easy and it reminds me of the restaurant style ones. So you'll get about 25 to 30 wonton dumplings to go into your soup. So my broth is ready. I've removed the scallion whites and the clove of garlic. So I'm just going to keep that on very low heat. And I'm also going to be using baby bok choy. I took just 1 bunch of baby bok choy and I blanched it. I added it to boiling water for about 45 seconds and then shocked it in cold water and gave it a rough chop. So to cook the wonton dumplings, I'm going to add it to boiling water. There's 2 ways that you could do this. I like to boil my wontons in boiling water, then remove them. And once I remove them from the boiling water, you'll see that it takes about 4 to 5 minutes to cook. They'll float to the surface. You want to shock them in cold water. This really does keep the dumpling wrapper or the wonton wrapper. It gives it a nice chewy bite. And you serve it individually in the bowls. I added some of the baby bok choy and you ladle over the hot broth. Now, if you know you're going to serve this for dinner and everyone's eating at the same time, you could cook the wonton dumplings in this soup. That also works. But this is very comforting when you have a cold or you just want wonton, and you can garnish how you like. You can add more white pepper, scallions. It's so good. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.